What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. It's the Sports Web here on a Monday night. And how do we start off this show? As you know them, you love them, you got to have them. Once again, I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. Bring the passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. On tonight's show, we will have Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire, of course, of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. At 8:30, we will have the great Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast as we talk about this awful Tampa Bay Rays team. What has happened? 6-15 in the month of July. Already making trades today. Danny Jansen traded to the Milwaukee Brewers, so there's that.
Oh, yeah!
Don't know what comes of that. Probably a prospect. Second baseman, shortstop, of course, because Tampa Bay doesn't have enough of those. Maybe he can hit, because this team's offense right now getting outscored by the Cincinnati Reds, that juggernaut in the National League, 15-5.
That's great enough to suck right there!
So we'll talk about your Tampa Bay Rays. At 9 o'clock, we'll have Leo Haggerty of Amped Up Sports talking about what else? The Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which got some bad news this morning as you have David Walker, rookie, lost for the year with a torn ACL, which is disappointing. Of course, the 2024 Buck Buchanan Award winner, 39 career sacks, 80 tackles for loss. At camp, he was showing he was healthy, he was ready to go. Energy, explosiveness was one of the main keys for this Bucs defense to get better. Now guys have to step up, and if that wasn't enough, some good news today as the Bucs reworked the Baker Mayfield contract. So he's going to get $30 million guaranteed in 2026. I said $30 million.
Wait up, little boy.
Yeah.
Wait up.
He's got his weight up. So there you go. So good stuff right there. Bad stuff right there. And, of course, more stuff to talk about when it comes to your Tampa Bay Buccaneers around the NFL. Taking phone calls. We'll have Alex Nunster on tonight giving away preseason tickets to a Tampa Bay Buccaneer game to the Tennessee Titans. We'll give away a set of 2 tonight. So that's always a cool thing to do.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yes.
It is.
Yes.
So lots of stuff to talk about tonight when it comes to your Tampa Bay Rays, when it comes to your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, giving away tickets, so much more here on a Monday night as we'll get out to the comments and then get out to my co-host, Mr. Harry the Greek. Let's go out to Tim right there. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to you.
Oh, yeah.
Roger Shu, the tribal troll.
Acknowledge me.
What's up, everyone? Where is Megan? Megan's right there checking in. LFG.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
We'll go this.
Victory.
There we go right there. Roger Shu says, hit the like and subscribe button. Christopher Cole, good evening, gentlemen. David Walker, prayers up. Sucks so bad. Shaking my head. I mean, injuries happen, and the injury bug has hit this team early with Tristan Wirfs going out, Chris Godwin, of course, from last year, and now David Walker. Hopefully there's no injuries. If there's a bright side to this, that it's early in the camp process, so somebody has an opportunity to step up. Maybe the Bucs make some moves with Jason Light. Let's go out to sitting here. Go Bucs all day. Go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy.
Go Bucs.
Wait up.
Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Go Bucs. Good stuff there. Eric says, let's go. Absolutely.
Ooh, yeah.
Eric again, 2 Rays trades today. Eric, Baker Mayfield, new deal. Abraham says Jose Ramirez needs to step up as well. Is Marquise Watts been talking about 2 of these players the last couple of years? When are they going to step up? Hopefully they step up, but there's a reason why the Bucs could move for Walker in the first place is because they're not happy with the players on this team. So now they're going to have to step up, or they're going to be shipped out for somebody else. Got a question for the Greek and Pete? Post it or call in tonight. Yes, 727-255-0391 at 727-255-0391. So yes, he is lost for the year. We'll keep that up there. And go MAGA, make America Greek again. No political talk, but that's what we do here on the Evolution. We play around, make America Greek again. We shall. So let's go out to them. And really quick, I got to put this out there because they're one of our sponsors. So I'd be remiss not to mention them. But Up the Block Barbershop, whether you need a trim, haircut, beard trim, eyebrows done, whatever it is, Up the Block Barbershop. You don't have to go far. 4946 in Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. Tell them the Rolex Reporter sent you, Peter Blake, and go see my favorite barber, Mr. Ricky, again. Up the Block Barbershop there in Holiday, Florida. So with all that out of the way, let's go out to Mr. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. What's going on right there? Let's start out with the David Walker talk. And you know, that was kind of surprising to start the day, of course, getting hurt on Friday. And now Baker Mayfield reworking a deal, getting a deal reworked by Jason Light of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So lots of news to talk about when it comes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Welcome to the Evolution, my friend.
Peter.
Yes.
My brother. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, buddy. I'm doing great.
I just feel like we're talking 100 miles a minute really quick. Are we okay? Are everybody going good?
Everybody's good, man. It's Monday. I'm happy. It was a good day. It was a good weekend. How about you?
Brother, I couldn't ask for anything better. Anything on this side of the dirt, we're all right. Don't worry, you're getting there. But anyway, hey, I think the Bucs are smart, and Jason Light's smart to try to lock up Baker. I really am, because if they do it now, Pete, and he has the kind of year that this team is projected to have, they're gonna save a lot of scratch.
Well, I think he's still going to get lots of money here, but you're exactly right. If he has a great year, you're going to have to pay him. But he doesn't necessarily have a great year. I'm hoping he does have a great year, because the way the year is started with the injury situation is disappointing. Going back,
shit happens.
Well, I get it.
I mean, poo-poo. It's not after 10. Sorry.
It's okay. It's all right. All right. According to ESPN, though, Baker Mayfield's contract, they're going to give the veteran quarterback $30 million guaranteed salary in 2026. According to ESPN, Mayfield's deal previously had no guarantees for the 2026 season, which is the final year of his deal. Last week, Jason Light talked about this. We missed this, but he said, I love Baker. Love everything he's done for us. According to The Athletic, the goal for us is for Baker to continue to be the player that he is. And at some point, we reach an extension when the time is right, and he continues to be our quarterback for the long time. That is the goal. So
It was just a couple of years ago, Pete, we were sitting here going,
yep,
who's going to be the quarterback of this team?
Yeah.
Now we're talking, he got the extension,
Yep.
and now they're going to redo the extension. It's really good news for your Tampa fan. Oh, wait a minute. I'm on the sports web. It's great news.
Yes, it is. Absolutely. It's great news there. Let me go out to this really quick. Go Bucs, go Rays. Great tribute by Raw for the Hulkster. So they did have a Raw. We talked about Hulk Hogan. I didn't know this. You told me off air you had a personal relationship with Mr. Hogan. You knew him. And I was looking at you like, why didn't we ever get that man on the show on Turnbuckle?
He was a customer of mine for a long time. I've seen him out at the beach. We've hung out. But he's hung out with many people. But Pete, you ought to know me by that. Man, I'm not that person.
I know you're not. But I would like you to let me know. I get it. You necessarily haven't had the best day. So we're going to try to cheer you up tonight. Oh, by the way, happy birthday to my Uncle D, Uncle Dwayne out there. Happy birthday. I don't know how old you are. Maybe
Uncle
over
D with the hot dogs?
Yes, with the hot dogs.
Yes. Man, I got a good story for Uncle D.
All right, go for it.
I meet him for the first time. Hey, Harry, how are you? Me? Yeah, you're Harry. You're Harry the Greek. Yeah, I am. Hey, man, you want a hot dog? Where the hell are you? What do you mean hot dog? What do you mean I want a hot dog? Oh, I'm Pete's uncle. Oh, that makes a little bit more sense. Okay. I just wanted to share that with you guys. I mean, you know what? This is not just, an educational or a really, what do they call that? Informative type. This isn't just an informative,
Yes.
sports talk.
Yes.
We can tell jokes and stories around here. And I'm like, man's offering me a hot dog. Who the hell is this guy?
Right.
And then I finally realized he was related to you because it was outside your place. You understand that, right, Pete?
Right. It was.
There's a guy package of hot dogs, sitting in his back pocket, and he pulls my hand. Anybody want a hot dog?
That's Uncle D for you. You gotta love
For real.
it.
Nice guy, man. Happy birthday, Uncle D, man. Go Bucs.
Yes, go Bucs. Absolutely. Go Bucs as always.
Wait up, little boy.
Go Bucs.
Wait up.
Go Bucs. We got to say it. We got to do it.
Them Bucks, baby.
Yes. All right. And, of course, the Rays playing the Yankees tonight, tied at 2. Junior Caminero with his 27th. And then, of course, the Rays and their pitching give it right back. But let's start out with David Walker. We kind of talk about that at the beginning. How much a loss is that for this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team?
It's a depth piece, man. It really is. It's a depth piece. It's exactly what it is. It's not going to be the end of the world. Next man up, they're going to be just fine. And don't forget the waiver wire's coming up real soon.
Correct.
So that's what I'm going to say. Let's talk about Tristan Wirfs. Let's talk about Chris Godwin. That's what I'd like to talk about.
Well, there could be there's a possibility maybe Tristan returns early. Do you think that's a possibility, or do you think the Bucs don't take any chances and because we'll know by August 30th? So if they're still on
let me ask you this, and
yes.
I want to ask all the Greekites and the webheads out there.
Yes.
Webheads.
Yes. Yes.
If you have a chance to get Tristan Wirfs back early, do you and risk another injury, or do you let him sit on the pine until he's fully healthy? I'd love to hear the answer to that.
It's a good question. It's a good question of the night. I mean, let's throw it out there. Let's throw it out here on
He's
the
arguably he's a top 5 left tackle in all of football.
Right. So there's been some talk out there that maybe he returns early. Bucs fans, do you want to see that happen with Tristan Wirfs? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. What about Chris Godwin? Chris Godwin, do you take any chances with him? See, for me, Tristan
You'll be lucky to see him this year.
I say Tristan Wirfs is a situation if you can get him back healthy and you trust your medicals.
Yep.
It wasn't a major surgery, knock on wood. You want to get him back because of the depth position there. When it comes
I hope he's back for week 1, but he's not going to be. They've already announced he's going to be on the PUP list, correct?
Well, here is the change on this. Hold on a sec. We asked for phone calls. We get phone calls.
You got to plug it in, Pete.
I do. I got to plug it in. I forgot all about it. There it is right there. Let's go out to it on the new phone here. Thanks to AT&T right out there on Gun Highway. We'll throw them a shout out right there. Curtis, welcome to the Evolution. You're on the Sports Web here on a Monday night with yours truly, along with the Greek himself, Harry the Greek.
My two brothers. How you guys doing?
We're doing great, brother. How you doing?
Curtis, what's up, man? I understand. I'm going to get you a MAGA hat, brother. You're going to wear it loud and proud. It's going to be "Make America Greek Again." Say it with me.
You know what? I would wear your hat, sir.
Well,
I would wear your.
Listen, not to give this away because we kind of let the cat out of the bag here because Harry's been mentioning hats and stuff like that. We do have some shirts that are coming for the Sports Web. I'm
coming out with the hat.
Well, you could come out with the hat, but we're definitely
I'm
coming.
telling you, it's it's just you have to have it on there. Make America Greek again because it's
all right.
Harry.
Right.
Yeah.
Harry, I will wear your Make America Greek Again, but I need a fitted hat. I don't like button up hats. I don't like that.
No button hats. No button up hats for him.
No, I promise you, man. Listen, Curtis, you're a loyal supporter of the Sports Web. I promise you, when I have those hats come out, I'm going to have one custom made to fit that cranium of yours.
There, he's got a big head too. That means he's got a big brain. So, what's on your mind today besides Hulk Hogan and the Bucs?
7 3/4, Harry. 7 3/4.
7 3/4. So right there.
Got it, man. Just shy 8 inches.
There you go.
Listen, Hulk Hogan.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this now.
Yes.
I would. Oh God, I can't. I got to start with this, and then I'm gonna go into some things. I would love to see the Macho Man waiting at the gates for him.
I would too. And I think they made up before Macho Man passed away. I know they had some trouble there. Again, I understand where some people are coming from with the comments, but he did say.
I don't. The man's not a racist, okay? Come on. Let's just stop it, please. Everybody knew that.
Who the hell hasn't said something they haven't meant?
Well,
I have.
I think all of us have at a certain point, you know.
But I will say this.
But I just hate everybody, though.
You can't say wrestling without Hulk Hogan.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. That's what it should be about.
For me, him, Ric Flair,
yes,
Stone Cold,
yes,
these are guys that you cannot say wrestling without.
Correct. Agree.
You know, and here's the thing. I've lived in Florida for like 25
Since 1929, I was born here.
Sounds like Deliverance all over again.
Yeah, my name is Curtis, and I went to school uphill in the sand at 110 degrees with no shoes, uphill both ways.
Listen, it's 100 degrees.
Tell him.
Hit the record.
Tell him, Curtis. Tell him.
Crazy.
Well, I will say this. I did go to elementary school with Brooke Hogan.
Okay.
And it was cool to see her dad pull up in his yellow Dodge Viper every once in a while to pick her up, from school.
Right.
And honestly, you know, him and his wife used to give out candy at their home for like Halloween and stuff.
Yeah.
And he was the nicest guy to kids ever, you know.
Right.
I took my kids there when, you know, they got of age. Hulk Hogan, I mean, here's the thing. the one bad mistake that he had that does not change this guy's legacy. Okay? One of my favorite characters for him was Thunder Lips from Rocky 3.
Of course.
When him and Rocky did the exposition. Okay?
Yes.
Hulk Hogan will always be Hulk Hogan.
Right.
I don't care what you say, what you do, any of that shit. You know?
Right.
So that's that. Harry, I agree with you, but I disagree with you about the David Walker thing. I think this kid might have made a small impact.
I think so
now,
too.
I will say this.
Every backup makes an impact, especially when they're rotational players. I mean, maybe people misunderstood me. I'm very sorry about that.
Yeah, no. I know what you were saying. All I'm saying is that's exactly it. He was going to be a great rotational piece that I think would have made an impact with the time he was given, and make a bigger splash than we expected.
Correct.
Because this guy, I mean, you watch the highlights of that guy. This guy had a huge motor.
Yep.
And I was very ready to watch.
And you know what? Those huge motors really play well on special teams. That's where they play really, really, really well at. They play it really well on special teams. You got to earn your stripes. If this was the second or the third year of a 10-year guy for this team, then I'd say, yes, you are absolutely correct. But this guy wasn't going to be right up in the line of scrimmage every play. I mean, listen, special teams wins games too. I'm not trying to make light of it, but that's exactly where this guy was going to be. A rotational player on the line, one or two series, and then the rest of it was going to be special teams.
No, I agree with you 100%. And, he was going to be there to give our starters, the much-needed breather that they need.
Right.
So, as far as the Tristan Wirfs thing, I'm going to say this, and, whoever is listening or whatever, you can agree, you can disagree. If your goal is to win a Super Bowl, you let that guy get 100% healthy.
That's fair enough. But what if he's 100% healthy earlier than they're not on the
100% is 100%, Pete. Then you bring him back.
Right.
But if he's not 100%, he's only 80%. Tristan's going, I can play. Hell no, man. Sit your ass down.
No, sit your ass down. Because we're going to need you for the playoffs.
Right.
Because guess what? We all know in the playoffs. It's about protecting your quarterback and running the damn ball.
Correct. It is. You're absolutely right. And he's the blindside protector of Baker Mayfield.
Because guess what? They were talking about it today on SportsCenter. We watch how the Eagles destroyed that Kansas City offensive line in the Super Bowl.
Right. We also watched the Bucs defense tear up the Kansas City offensive line because they were missing 2 or 3 starters. So yes, it's important.
Correct. So my thing is yes, if he's like Harry said, if he's 80%, sit his ass on the pine.
Okay.
Until he's fully healthy.
All right.
A player of that caliber, that's a great phone call, by the way. A player of that caliber, you've got to let him sit, get him recouped, and let him get healthy.
I would say I wouldn't have if he's 100% and you check the medicals and the Bucs are okay with letting him play at that point the first week of the season. I'm okay with it. For me, I don't think you have to rush back Chris Godwin because I think you have depth in that wide receiving room. I think that's the point for me. So,
well, like Harry said, 100% is 100%.
Right. Okay. All right.
100 is 100, but what we need to be concerned with, it's not so much about Tristan Wirfs. We know he's coming back. It is Mr. Chris Godwin. Does he even play a snap this year? That will be the question.
I think he does. I think he definitely plays a snap this year.
I watched the what's that kid's name? I watched the Ibuka interview today.
Emeka. I learned his first name. Emeka.
Yes. Emeka Ibuka. Very good, Harry the Great.
Don't get me with the second name, okay?
Ibuka.
I'm just going to call him, blah, 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 blah. How about just Emeka?
You said Chris Godwin has been the biggest help.
Hang on, guys. Hold on. Oh, my God. What a beautiful baby. Oh, look at him. Let's call him Emeka. What the hell is wrong with people?
Shut up.
Hey, man. Well, I've heard worse names, okay?
Yeah, Emeka's not a bad.
You want to hear what's worse? That's what I asked my father. True story in his deathbed. Wouldn't say anything.
What's up?
Look at this beautiful baby. Let's call him Harry.
Don't forget
what the hell were you thinking?
Hey, don't forget.
You know what it's like growing up with the name Harry? Let's think about all the things that you could say with the word Harry.
There's a lot of things you could say. Yes, Harry Potter. There's plenty. Harry this, Harry that. Yeah.
How about Harry Potter? I would have been all right with it. When I was growing up, Harry Potter wasn't even in this, where.
Harry Monster.
Yeah.
All right, Pete. I will drive over to your house and just push your head into that dashboard a little bit.
I got one more thing, and I'm gonna
Go
say
for
this.
it. Go for it, Kurt.
People forget that Baker is a mobile quarterback. So if he sees it coming, he's gonna get.
He's mobile in the pocket. He's not fleet of foot. Okay, let's be real.
You know what?
Yeah, you can say what you want on that one. He is not fleet of foot. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League, Curtis, when it comes to pocket awareness and presence. He will step up, move left, move right. Very similar to a Tom Brady. Much quicker than a Tom Brady.
Yes.
But taking off and running, he ain't outrunning nobody.
Well, listen, we've heard already. He's had his moments there. That was nice of him to go and help his teammate there, Bucky Irving, against the New York Giants on that 55-yard run. He's also had his moments where he trucked that linebacker by the name of Barry Wagner. So I mean, Bobby, sorry, not Barry. Bobby.
I wasn't going to correct them. I mean, I thought I was the only one. They say the first thing that we lose when we get older is our minds.
Well, yeah, I'm probably losing my mind here. Curtis, I appreciate the call, my friend. As always, use that second one, all right?
I got you.
All right, good stuff there. Let's go out to the webheads here, read these comments, and then
Dude, you got to go to the last comment. I like that one a lot. That one's badass right there.
All right, Jose Ramirez needs to step up as well as Marquise Watts. Absolutely, because they've just been guys at this point. So, we've seen Jose Ramirez, I think, had 3 sacks, and one preseason game, everybody got all excited and then did nothing after that. Okay, so we read that one. Let's go out to David. I just hope we have a quality backup linebacker unlike what we had last year. Sun Devil Dave, good stuff there. Roger Shue, I agree, Dave. Tears in my eyes. Christopher Cole says, yo to you. Yeah. Tribal Troll, sit him until healthy. Jeff here says, let Heck play the first 4 games. I want Wirfs back at 100%. Again, that's the question for the night. If you can get back Tristan Wirfs earlier than expected, are you okay with that? Or do you sit him for the first 4 games there? It depends on, if you're going to be on the list on August 30th. We'll see. We don't play doctors on TV. We're not doctors at this point, but you can be tonight. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Godwin, the same question. If you can get him back earlier, are you okay with that? Or do you run with what you got? Elke says, go Bucs, go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Stop. Wait up.
Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Go Bucs. Love that. Let's go out to Megan. It's crazy. Ric Flair outlived Hulk and Macho Man. So all that stuff about being a partier and doing drinking and doing all this really doesn't matter at this point because Ric Flair has shown everybody it doesn't matter. He's going to live until he's like 125.
Well, he's on his 3rd liver, I think.
I'm telling you, and I think it's the same as his wife's. I think he's on his 3rd or 4th wife at this point. Christopher Cole, worse was hopping on both legs a few days ago. Jeff says, we didn't draft Ibuka for nothing. Let Godwin get 100% healthy. Agree with that. Good stuff there. Yeah. Let's go out to Sun Devil Dave. For some reason, when I see Harry's white T-shirt, I get flashbacks of my Italian uncles working on Cadillacs in Elmwood and Melrose Park in 1970s and 80s. Laugh out loud. So there you go.
Dave, it's okay. You can say it one time. It's not racist. They're called Dago tees. You remember that, okay? It was a greaser thing. You remember that.
It was.
But that's not why I'm wearing it. But long live Cicero, baby.
I'm part Sicilian. Did you know that?
Oh God.
Yeah, we always go down that road. It's true. Okay. It's true though. But
I'm going to explain to you what it's like to be Sicilian, all right?
All right. I was really bummed to hear about Walker, says CSB, a brother right there. Cole, appreciate you. Lamar, all the way from Oregon. Aloha, Peter and Greek. Aloha to you.
Yes!
What's up, man?
Yes!
Let's go out to Lamar again. Let's keep Tristan on the bench till November or December. God, that's a little bit too long.
That's a long time, isn't it?
Long time for November, December.
If he's on that long, there's a lot more wrong.
There's a big time problem. Yeah. Maybe the first 4 games. Maybe you get him back the 4th game versus the Philadelphia Eagles because I don't want to face that defense without Tristan Wirfs.
You really want Tristan Wirfs his first game back is to be against the hellacious pass rush.
I think he can help. I think. Well, there you go. You answered.
I Dikembe Mutombo your ass right here. No,
well, you can go ahead and Dikembe Mutombo all day long, but
no,
Charlie Hacker, whoever you got there at the left side against that ferocious defense of Philadelphia, I'm willing to put Tristan Wirfs in that situation because he's been in that situation.
No.
All right, sir. Let's wish Ric
swatted down.
Let's wish Ric Flair on a speedy recovery. That is correct because I believe he's cancer-free now. Woo! That's always a good thing. Alex giving away tickets.
Alcohol cures it all.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to Abraham Harry the Greek related to Jimmy the Greek. Just kidding. Laugh out loud.
Nope, but that is exactly the person who I got my name from.
Well, there you
go.
go.
That is an FYI. One day I will share that show.
All right. Share that story with us sometime. Or
I'll share that story on a show.
Yeah, sure. Godwin can sit, and the Wirfs know he's the best left tackle in the game. 80% Wirfs is better than any backup. So that's the question for the night. We'll even ask our guy right here, Mr. L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast, because he talks some Buccaneers on this show, what he thinks. Let Godwin Jr. get 100%. We got a lot of great young talent on the team that can help back him up until he's ready to get back on the field. And let's go out to Lamar. Peter, I'm part Sicilian and Greek. Oh, God. Ha, 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 ha. There you go.
Oh,
there you go.
God. Oh, 3 times on that one. Lamar,
all
welcome to the show, baby.
Let's go out to a guy who we haven't had on in the last couple of weeks, and it seems like maybe that was bad luck in the first place. Ray, 6-15 in July, getting outscored by Cincinnati 15.
Let's celebrate. Can I give the intro? Can I please give the intro? My buddy, my pal.
Yes.
You idiot for making me believe in this, and I had to go against my will. Everybody, please let me bring in the Bushman.
L. Bushman, yes.
I apologize. So.
Oh my God, do you have any idea the shit?
Look,
I have been taking because everybody said, "Hey, Greek, you said this team would be lucky to be 500." And I was like, "Did anybody watch this team play for a month and a half? Right. You don't play a month and a half. Those are not ebbs and flows. Those are ebbs, baby. Those are taking off. This is a team just like the Toronto Blue Jays were doing, the same exact way. They just went on a winning streak, Bush. They went on a winning streak. Now, what the hell happened? You can't manufacture a run. You can't get a guy out after the 7th inning."
I have no explanation for the epic tailspin that this team has been doing the past few weeks. I'm a loss for words. I don't understand it. I'm trying to make sense of it. I have no idea.
I like the beard, Bush.
Thanks, man. I got a nice little trim before going to Miami last week.
There you go. Did you go to Up the Block Barbershop? No, probably
no,
not.
I didn't. No, I did not.
He lives too far. That's why. That's the only reason.
You don't have to go too far. It's Up the Block Barbershop, 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. Okay.
I went to my boy Chris here in Lakewood Ranch. So, but I mean, I've missed I was on a cruise. I missed the whole Rays sale being finalized in September. I missed that, and now I was away in Miami, but I was still like in the country to just see the epicness of the tailspin continue. And it's like a loss of what are we doing here? Like, what are we doing, fellas? What happened from the time of being a half game out of the AL East and, you know, being 2.5, 3 up on the first spot of the wild card to now you're 3 out of the wild card of the third spot and you're 8 games out of the AL East. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if they may have done the wrong baseball superstition thing. Is the curse of Wander Franco still around? I don't know, but I think what we're seeing here is maybe who we thought they were was just a subpar, mediocre team that
I thought I knew they were.
By the time the trade deadline happens on Thursday, that
are they still a buyer, Bush? Are they?
They definitely bought a catcher today.
I know.
So no, this team will look. Me and Drew said this today. A new episode dropped today. We recorded the day because Drew went to the series in Cincinnati on Sunday.
Hold on, man. Hold on. How come Drew never hangs out with us?
He's I'm more the face of the show than he is. Let's just say that.
Yeah, but he would
But-
love to get on with
but-
you and me.
But he's
you know,
if
the
he's a
Greek.
man,
I
look,
got to torture the poor guy, just like you.
next time, I'll have him on with me. But
We
I
would
think
love that, man. How about it,
Yes,
Pete?
absolutely. Let's do it.
I would say this. I mean, we spoke about this today on the newest episode of the Rays Rewind podcast, which is on our YouTube page right now on at the Sick Podcast Rays Rewind on YouTube. Depending on what they do with the Yankee series, and we said, look, I said this. I was like, you got to come take the series from the Yankees, and it's a whole different ball game. And there's something, it's a whole different ball game. And maybe at the deadline, you're not going to be selling so much. You might be a buyer a little bit, but Neander and Co have they have some tough decisions to make. And I know everybody's like, oh, well, Yandy's not going to be with us and Belau might not be with us. It's like, look, it's the nature of the game, man. And I think what people have to understand too, if they're going to be like this the rest of the way, which I think they're probably going to be, 2026 we'll have new owners that might have deep pockets and we'll spend in free agency and get some new players in. But I mean, I'm a loss for words because it's not even inspired baseball. It's not inspired baseball. It's just they're flat. They just look tired. They just look like they might need to like sacrifice a live chicken in the
we did
dugout. I have to put in a major league reference somehow.
We didn't mean that literally, ladies and gentlemen. There are no chickens being sacrificed unless you're in the backyard of the Greek, and then it's usually done with a goat. Okay?
Well, there you go. Harry
back
the Greek
to
right there. Listen, let me go back to the 3 shot here. That is a line from, and they got KFC at this point. We're going to hold off on the calls, Alex. Just stand by. I want to ask this question, and then we'll go out to phone calls. Do you think this team has been distracted by the rumors of the deal to sell with the Zalewski group?
No, because that to me is just a cop out for the way they've been playing. Like if you're a Major League Baseball player and the news of a sale impending in September is going to distract you from doing your job, then you shouldn't be playing the game to begin with. So whoever's saying that it's a distraction, then you shouldn't be playing baseball to begin with if that's going to distract you from doing your job, which is win baseball games.
Don't you think it does distract you a little bit like that? Honestly, I mean, I
don't think it should just. I think the only person that it should distract is maybe Stu Sternberg himself. Like, hey, I'm going to be selling this team in September. How much, dollar bills am I going to be getting to where I can just retire up in New York or buy an island somewhere? Like,
bro,
to me, that's.
I hope Stu Sternberg, and never mind. I was going to say something very inappropriate. It has to do with a very dead guy that used to own an island, and I think everybody knows.
No,
what I'm talking
don't
about,
go
okay?
there. Let's just
So
say
I'm not going there. Okay,
let's go out to JP. This is what JP has to say.
F you, F you, F you, and F you. Peace out. I'm going to go have a Guinness.
Stu Sternberg has enough money, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, for real. He's got enough money to go retire. You don't have to dismantle this team and try to make every single dollar that you possibly can. At least you're filling up a stadium. Okay.
Yeah, but Harry, I don't think he's in it to dismantle the team because if they were playing better, they'd be so aggressive at the deadline and they would bring pieces in. Now, the way they've been playing, it's look, trade away some players, maybe get something in the farm system, which look, the Rays love their prospects and it's prospects for you, prospects for me, prospects for everybody. So,
yes, sir.
If that's the MO going into Thursday, if they are continuing to lose, that's it. I mean, that's the MO of this current regime is prospects. Say that 5 times fast. But look, I said it today on the show too as well. I want somebody to step up, have some balls, and just come out and say we stink. And we stink.
I'll do it for you. Let's go back to before this. I understand.
I want the players to do that, not us as sports podcasters. I want the players to come out. Like their rhetoric every single time in the post game interviews is, oh well, we need to play better. It's like stop with all this. Stop with like. I want to see a manager that might want to throw out a Gatorade cooler onto the field. Like I want to see
Dennis Green their ass, slap the podium, right?
I'm okay with that. I want to see some life out of the team. I mean, look, we saw some life, early in the game today with Junior Caminero hitting another home run. They're up 3-2 now on the top of the 5th, but I want to see life. I want to see inspired baseball. And until you can show me that, until you can say, hey, we're really in this and we're not going to be a bunch of sellers at the deadline, I'm looking forward to football, baby. I'm looking forward to fantasy football drafts coming up.
You and I are starting to think a lot alike. But Bush, I said it before the season started. We were all talking about what the records were going to be, where they would probably finish in the division. And I was the lone wolf, of course. And I said, look, man, this team would finish third, maybe fourth. Okay, and everybody's like, "No, you're absolutely wrong." And I was like, "I don't know, man. Boston got a little bit better. They ended up selling their best player, and they're still in the hunt looking for
Yeah.
things. I don't get it. Baltimore's definitely not playing the baseball to start the season, but guess what? They're actually playing a lot better now. New York, they're falling apart at the seams. No Judge, they're done. The battle for last place is going to be between New York and Tampa. It's unfortunate.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. But they had an unfortunate, injuries to Shane McClanahan. Of course, Taj Bradley hasn't necessarily pitched that well. In fact, he finally
have the other teams.
Look, McClanahan's not coming back.
Right.
He's not.
I wouldn't bring him back this year.
I wouldn't bring him back either. I would let him get healthy, wait till 2026, and then flip him for like a nice deal for trade deadline bait next year.
Anybody want to see what happened to a baseball player when they bring him back early? Just ask 6 starting pitchers for the Chicago White Sox. They brought them back. Guess what? Every last one of them before the season started, never even made the opening day roster, are all having Tommy John surgery.
I'm in the party
because they had to hurry. Get him.
I'm in the side of shut him down and let him get healthy for 2026. You don't need him.
Yep.
You don't need him.
All right. Let me ask you this, because I know Alex Nunster is going to be calling in and asking about it. There's a lot of Rays fans out there. Is the biggest problem, in your opinion, Kevin Cash? You talked about fire.
No,
it's more than that.
It's not. Because you also have to remember, look, I know his questionable manager calls have been questionable the past couple of weeks or so, but you also have to remember the level of talent he has on the field.
Correct.
He has to work with what he's given to put on the field. That's not his fault. So for people to say, oh, we need to fire him, it's like,
well, that's typical. And
I know it's typical.
It's typical. And Alex, seriously, I know you're shaking like a whore in church out there.
But nothing. You know what, Harry?
Cash, when cash isn't the issue, but just hear him out. You just hear about what he's saying.
You know what, Harry? Too, like it's not guaranteed. He might even have a job when the new owners come in. It's not he's not guaranteed a job. So for all the people who said fire Kevin Cash, well, when new ownership comes in, they might say, well, you know what? You've had this much time to be the manager of the Rays. Maybe it's time we make a change at the managerial position. And
who do you bring in?
I don't know. That's a good question.
All right, let's go out to the guy who I just mentioned. I know he's a bone to pick when it comes to Kevin Cash. You're on with L. Bushman along with Harry the Greek here. It's the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake. Go ahead.
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
What's up?
So I wanted to piggyback off what Bushman said a little bit, and I want to give my opinion on what I think is wrong with this team.
Okay.
I think the very important thing is this team lacks veteran leadership for a young lineup. And the reason why I say that is if you're going to say Brandon Lau is a leader, the guy can't even stay healthy no more than probably half a season.
Mm-hmm.
Yandy's not a leader because Yandy's been, let's see, in the last 3 years, he's fought with Randy in the parking lot. He doesn't hustle out to first base. I mean, long story short is I think everything has turned for the Rays is because we just lack that veteran leadership in this lineup for such a young, talented lineup. I mean, when you bring up guys like Simpson and Mangum and what these guys have been able to do, it's pretty sad when these young, talented guys are putting up way better stats than your top two paid guys in your entire Rays lineup.
Let me ask you, Alex, do you think the Rays are buyers or sellers at this point? And that's the question for Rays fans at the night. And I'll go to you really quick. But, Alex, answer the question. Are they buyers or sellers?
I think the Rays are going to sell, and I'm going to tell you who I think they're going to sell.
Okay.
Yandy and Lau, don't be surprised if they're gone by the end of the week. And the reason why I say that is Brandon Lau is entering his last year of his contract next year. Guy can't stay healthy. I don't think even if the Rays made it into the playoffs, I don't know the season.
Time out. Hold up. So you think they're going to get rid of Diaz because of what reason? Because he can't stay healthy and he's due a contract, right?
No, Lau is why
That's why I was asking. Go ahead.
Lau is why we don't keep Brandon Lau, because he's on his last year going into next year on his
And he
contract,
can't stay healthy.
Well,
and he can't stay healthy.
Hold on. Evan, this question I'm going to pose for you.
Sure.
You know what happens to a guy that doesn't stay healthy, Luis Robert, and a guy that's due to make some big money. You're not getting anything for him. Do you trade this guy now?
I would be shocked if they moved him. Bilau's not going anywhere. If he's still hurt, what you're not going to get? You're not getting anything. You're not getting anything. You're not. The value of him right now is zilch. It's zero.
Because people that are going to be buying are playoff contending teams like Toronto, Boston. Just go down the line. Houston. I mean, these are the teams that are looking out there.
Here, you and I can agree. I think the top two guys that are probably going to be going, if they decide to do anything, because they don't have to do shit.
Right.
They don't have to do anything. If they decide to make moves. Yandy's gone, and then Pete Fairbanks, because the news today.
Door hit you in the ass.
The news from today about Class A being suspended for gambling, that puts the value market of Pete Fairbanks up there as the top closer on the market.
Did someone say gambling?
Yes.
Yeah, we did have that story in there. We also have the story.
What happened? I didn't hear about this one. I live in a shell, guys. You have to understand.
Well, go ahead, L. Bushman. Go with it, because I know Harry wants to. It's like a softball.
I think he's part of that. It was one of the other relievers that got caught sports gambling, and he's now suspended. Now Class A is now a part of that. He's the second player that got caught, so he's done. He's suspended too. And he was like the top target as a reliever going into Thursday, and now Pete Fairbanks is now in the probably top 5 of guys that teams are going to want to look at.
Going back to the gambling aspect of it, if they actually find out that he bet on baseball,
he's done so.
No, he's done.
Yeah, he's done so. He's Pete Rose done so.
Did you hear that noise? You hear that scratching? That's Pete Rose scratching at his grave to come out going, look, he bet on baseball too.
Yeah,
but to go back to Alex's thing, I disagree. I don't think the value of Brandon Lau is not there for him to be moved, because you're not going to get anything out of him. I mean, you can if you try moving, you might get some slapdick prospects out of it, because
I agree.
That's what you'll get. So it would be stupid for them to move him when the value is not there. The only guys that are probably on the radar right now are, you can put in Zach Littell in there too. I mean, he could probably, starting pitching is going to be a hot commodity too going into the trade deadline. Tampa's got it. So Bradley, Littell, Diaz, Fairbanks.
All right.
Other than that, I mean, you're not going to see.
I do agree with the Fairbanks. That's been like a really hot topic on the closing market going for, like a closing pitcher. So I do agree with the Fairbanks. Didn't we just extend him last offseason?
No, I think he's on a 1-year deal.
Yeah, he's on a 1-year deal. He's on a 1-year deal.
I mean, I called it today. I said Danny Jansen's going to get moved, and he got moved today. So,
well, $8.5 million.
I actually did not see that coming.
Well, how could you not? I mean, $8.5 million. This is the Rays way. Whether he was hitting or not, which he didn't hit squat. I mean, he had some power, but he didn't do much of anything.
But you picked up a guy who's had half as less at bats.
But you also picked up a guy that is better defensively and a better framer than Danny Jansen. So the Rays value defense and framing over offense.
His WAR is a lot better than Jansen's. So, I mean, I guess it evens out, but
hey, man, it's a continued curse of Buster Posey. That's
what it is. So it's what it comes down to. Also, is the Buster Posey, as always, goes back to that. All right, Alex, appreciate the call, man. Use that second one. We got you coming on here in just a little bit to give out those Bucs preseason tickets to the Tennessee Titans. So stay tuned here, webheads and Greekites. All right.
Thanks, guys.
All right, good stuff there. Just a little tease. I mean, Jansen being traded. What do they get for him? 30-year-old veteran catcher. Didn't do much when it comes to, at the plate. Not a great framer, not great defensively. Disappointing to say the least. I mean, what did you get for him?
Well, they got a prospect from Milwaukee that he's a single A kid who's probably going to be moved up to double A. The separate move was to make a trade for the catcher from the Marlins. So it was a separate thing.
which is Nick Fortes. I mean, what do you think he brings to this race?
You know, it's almost like a wash of a move because, you know, he is better defensively than Danny Jansen. So it's like but the thing is he comes cheap. He's like making $1.5 million.
Yeah.
So, and I think he's not eligible for arbitration for another 3 years. So you get a cheap rental of a cheap backstop for the time being until you go out and maybe go buy, like get one out of free agents or bring up one of your guys from Durham up. That could be a possibility. But right now it's Matt Theis and him after Danny Jansen's gone.
Yeah, not great right now. Although the Rays, what's the update on the score? 3-2 over the Yankees?
Still 3-2 in the top of the sixth, though.
Just as I mentioned, Luis Robert, like a little chuckle on my voice, he hits a 2-run shot.
Well, there you go. That's baseball for you. What did you think of the Harper story? Because there's been talk of Rob Manfred wanting to, I don't know, have a salary cap put in place for baseball, which I guess would be amazing for Rays fans. It would be amazing for everybody else. Maybe it makes everybody competitive and on the same plane. And Bryce Harper it was a Bryce Harper?
Yeah, it just goes to show you that Bryce Harper's got some big brass balls, man. There's going to be more to this as the season goes on and then off season too, because the CBA expires December of next year. So going into 2027, we could have a possible lockout depending on how the negotiations goes. And if the on the table is, hey, the owners want a salary cap and the players don't, then you're going to have a civil war per se when it comes to the negotiations. So we'll see. This is going to be talked about off season and all throughout the season of 2026, especially when it gets closer to the CBA expiring. So it's going to be interesting. Hopefully they come to an agreement because nobody wants a lockout. Especially at a time where
you don't want it.
Especially at a time where, you know, your ratings are slowly getting better, but then you have leagues that are chipping away like the WNBA that could maybe surpass you in ratings wise, it is kind of a laughable thing to say, but it could happen. Well, then it could also have a lockout because they're going against their union.
Right, their union too, so they could be locked out too as well.
Everybody could be locked out. You have no sports at this point besides NFL, and NFL will continue to be king because they have weak leadership when it comes to the players because they agreed with they did a back door deal there with the owners, and then they fired all their leadership at this point once the players found out. So. But do you think they should have? Is it high time for Major League Baseball to have a salary cap? I mean, everybody else in professional sports has it. Why is baseball so far behind? And you have a team like the Dodgers who spend $500 million on it. God bless their souls, and the Yankees and Red Sox every year. So should Rays fans be excited for that to happen with the salary cap? In your opinion?
That's a good question. It's a yes and a no because there's good sides and bad sides of it too, because now you are putting something in place where obviously you have to stay under per year like the NFL does, and it makes kind of like an equal playing field when you have a salary cap pretty much. Yeah. And like for small market teams like the Rays and like the Pirates, the A's, like the Rockies, like small market teams like that, you can now compete with the bigger dogs when it comes to attracting the free agents that they want. But when it comes to spending, if you're a small market team, get yourself a billionaire owner that wants to invest money into its investment and bring in free agents. So, it's a good thing, but it's also, do you really need it? It's one of those things to where it's like a double-edged sword, because I think it's kind of funny when, teams like the Dodgers are giving guys like Shohei Ohtani $700 million where, his career is probably not going to last that long, and but he's banking on the money that the Dodgers are giving him. So if you got, like I said, if you got a billionaire owner that wants to give you that kind of money, I'm all for it. I mean, shit, the Rays are going to get a nice ownership group that's probably going to spend money. And look, I think going into next year, if they have an ownership group that says, look, we're almost there to the mountaintop, which I think they are. And if they want to spend some money and bring in free agents like Kyle Tucker, who's a Tampa native that could help out the team, go do it, man. I want just one before I die.
Just one.
The Lightning have gotten a few. The Bucs have gotten a couple. Like, at least, come on, let's get the Rays a championship over here. So just spend some money, man.
There you go. All right, let's go out to Joe Sway here. He wants to talk baseball. Welcome to the Evolution. You're on with the great Al Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast and Harry the Greek.
What's good, Peter? What's good, everybody?
What's up, man?
First of all, so I have a YouTube channel now, JS Torres, Right Brain Boricua. Let's collab. Let's talk Rays on your pod.
Congratulations,
Let's do it, man. Reach out to me on X, man. We'll do it.
There you go. Good stuff.
Yeah. I don't have the X app, no, but we can try some other platforms.
You gotta have X, man. Why
I
don't you
mean,
have X?
if you want to send me a pigeon with a little note on it to collaborate, I can do that. But
Right, there you go.
I'm on Instagram too at Rays Rewind Pod. So
Gmail, you have a Gmail, right?
yeah, but that's my personal Gmail. Not a lot of people get that. You can find me on Instagram at Rays Rewind Pod. Send me a message that way.
There you go.
I'm curious.
All right,
Why doesn't he have X? I'm just curious.
Listen, enough of promoting your show on my show. Go ahead and say what you want to say here. Come on.
I wasn't
Pay my
okay,
bills.
My fault.
Get out of here.
With the shameless plug. Okay, you right. From one creator to another, I get it. All right, so let's get down to the team. All right, so the team's up and down. Last time I checked, it's 4-2, right, over the Yankees right now.
4-2, Rays, and we've got a score here. Let's go ahead and see. We got a score.
It's still 3-2, bottom of the sixth.
3-2. So maybe you're.
He's seeing into the future.
Maybe he's psychic. Maybe he's got the
Hey,
great.
Baltimore's beating the Blue Jays right now, 10-4.
Well, there you go. Finally, the Blue Jays.
Yeah.
So the Rays have traded Jansen, okay, which is a surprise because it seems like Jansen has become that.
Not a surprise. Not a surprise when the team is doing this poorly and you have a catcher that's making X amount of dollars, headed to him. So not a surprise.
I get why. I get the logistics of it. It's just that I know that it was talked about on the broadcast the other day where I was, on that. He was becoming that big brother type of teammate, the leader that he's becoming stuff, and to trade him off like that is kind of surprising, but also kind of not surprising logistically. Nick Fortes that's coming in to replace him. I mean, I feel like there could have been better options.
He's making $1.86 million. There you go. He saves you about $7 million. That's what it goes down to.
So it's really about.
It's always
money.
About money. What is it about?
It's about dollars and cents, my man. That's
about money. It's about money. That's all it's about. It's all about money with Stu Sternberg. Until he's out of here, that's all it's going to be about.
Okay. You said the key word, Stu Sternberg. Okay,
yes.
So since he's still in control, I get. I was just gonna say. So why
the reincarnated version of Hugh Culverhouse? Go ahead.
That was my point. Is like why are we trying to win? Why are we trying to be all competitive? If it's about saving money and penny pinching, then just do what.
Well, look at it this way. If the team was where they were at in June, where they were a half a game behind in the AL East standings, they were number 1 in the wild card.
Oh, I'm not falling down that rabbit hole.
Hold on. If they were at that point now, heading into the trade deadline, you would see a more aggressive team going and get pieces to head into the playoffs. They are not. So,
but they should have did that then.
Well, you're not going to do that then.
You can't do that then. You're not even halfway done with the season.
You're not halfway done with the season, so you're not going to do that then.
They never do that.
Nobody does that. Nobody does that.
So heading into this week, even if going into last week too, it depended on how the team was going. Eric Neander said that too as well. It depends on how we are playing. Now, if they were like that in June now, with the way they were playing in June, like where we all thought they were going to be a contender,
sure,
Stu would want to go aggressive to say, hey, I'm going to go all in. So that way on my swan song, when I'm riding out to the sunset, I could possibly maybe win a World Series. It's totally different now to where, hey, that's not going to be the case now. We don't need to be super aggressive. We could either stay status quo or we could sell a few of the pieces that maybe could net me a few extra bucks here and there. That's the MO now. That, like if they were playing maybe 5 times better than they were a couple of weeks ago heading into the day where they were competitive and they were looking good and they were playing great baseball, we would be having a totally different conversation. We would be talking about, okay, what kind of blockbuster deal could the Rays figure out to do to bring this X player coming in who could bring us over the top? We are not in that conversation because they stink. They are a 500 ball team. They are not going to make the playoffs. You can quote me on this show saying that. That's why they are not being aggressive. is because they are not playing well. They are at 500, and that's that. They are not making the playoffs. Plain and simple.
And they're only 3 games out.
Well, again, I'm not ready to give up on them, but you're exactly right. The effort lately has been awful. The pitching hasn't been there. The bullpen hasn't been there. And, of course, the hitting hasn't been there. But
don't give up.
Well, I mean,
I'm not. You know what? Listen, that's not nice of me to say. It doesn't mean you cannot be a fan. Get out there and support your team.
I totally agree. Still watch the team. Still support the team and go to the Big Stein too.
Right.
But all I'm saying is now that this team is not built for the playoffs. This team, if they somehow squeak into the playoffs, they will be bounced in the wild card first round. They are not built for October at this point in time.
They're not.
And if they, listen, I'll put a bet on today. If they somehow make the playoffs, bet. Yes, Harry. I know your ears just got red. If they somehow make the playoffs and make a deep run, make it to the ALCS, make it to the World Series, I will eat an old shoe. I'll put some maple syrup on it, some chocolate syrup and sprinkles, and some whipped cream, and I'll eat an old shoe.
And I'll come have a feast with you.
There you go. Eat an old shoe and a sock. There you go. Harry and
so
Evan.
do you believe the Rays will trade Yandy and or Brandon Lau?
So he said,
you got to listen to the last segment we just did. Lau, no, is probably out of the question because he is hurt. There's no value for him right now.
I just literally jumped on. I was like, oh.
Yeah, Yandy, on the other hand, he has some significant value right now where you could probably get a good deal out of him. But, again, the Rays don't have to do anything. They don't have to do anything towards the trade deadline, but nothing. The Rays don't do business as usual, so you never know. He could be one of the guys that's going to go and get traded, and just like Pete Fairbanks too. But Brandon Lau, I find it very highly unlikely.
Hold on, we were talking about Fairbanks earlier, and I did something I always do. I rudely interrupted you. What do they get for Pete Fairbanks?
I ponder that question too, and of course the Rays love prospects, so it's prospects.
No,
and maybe. Well, hold on.
Do you think you get some top tier for him? Because
I would say yes. I would say
really?
Yes, and you might get
for a reliever,
a closer.
I understand that, but a closer that is not closing.
But I would say also to you, probably maybe get one major league ready guy that's playing right now in the bigs, and then you maybe get a couple prospects after. Maybe like a couple AAA guys out of him.
Wait, Harry, why do you say he's not closing? Did he get moved from that role?
No. Have you watched him pitch?
Well, he gave up a home run versus Boston. I mean, he has been.
No, he's not as good as he was.
Yeah, right.
And it's something. What I've noticed, I think it's in his. Are you going to talk, or you want me to talk? You asked me the question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. What I'm trying to say is,
I'm replying back.
Okay, Joe Sway, are you going to allow him to talk, or are you going to talk over him? Because we don't do that on this show. So go ahead.
I'm just trying to explain it. It's real simple. There's something with his mechanics right now, and I haven't figured it out. Okay, and I really started paying attention when he cost me an absolute boatload of money when I'm in Atlantic City with my wife, and I'm sitting there waiting on this parlay, and they're up by 5 runs going into the 8th. Okay. And then from that on, when I was watching it, I was like, something's up with his mechanics. And all of a sudden, it looks like he corrected them, and he started playing really good again. And then all of a sudden, now it's just not running so well. They can't get a guy out anymore. He's not, to me, an elite closer in Major League Baseball.
But
a year ago, maybe.
But, and it's a big one because L. Bushman, what he just said with the guy and the gambling allegations, now he becomes the center.
He's one of the top names on the market right now. So I mean,
so maybe somebody will overpay because they get desperate. Joe Sway, appreciate the call. As always, use the second one if you want
Joe
to.
Sway.
L. Bushman, go ahead and wrap it up here, man. Promote yourself here. Give me some final thoughts here on the Sports Web.
Yeah, final thoughts. Go to the @Sick Podcast Rays Rewind on YouTube. Hit the subscribe notification bell, and then go to Instagram @Rays Rewind Pod. If you want to collaborate, just send me a message too, or go on X, get an X account at the L Bushman too. And
I don't understand why he doesn't have an X
new
account.
Episode of the Rays Rewind dropped today, so make sure you check it out. Yeah, you have. If you're in this kind of realm, which we are, you have to have an X account. Like
you do. You have
Bush,
to have
I got a question for you before you go. Okay.
Yeah.
If I make these hats, okay, and the MAGA hat,
Yeah.
and it says "Make America Greek Again." Are you a customer? Are you a customer, Bush?
Does it come in black?
Are you kidding me?
All right, then yeah.
Being from the south side of Chicago, only good guys wear black.
If you give me one in black, and then if you put one in like the Rays colors, I'll be a Huckleberry. You're a Huckleberry. So yeah, I'll be a customer.
All right, there you go. Good Val Kilmer reference there, Mr. L. Bushman, of course, with the Major League reference too. Good with the movies, my friend. Good stuff.
Oh, dude, I'm a whiz at movie trivia, man. So
I love it. But did you see the new?
I had no idea what you were talking
about.
You
see the new Superman yet?
Superman was. I don't like seeing a Superman get the crap beat out of him, but I saw Fantastic Four with my kids this past weekend, and it was fantastic. So Marvel
$130 million in the box office over the weekends.
I'm going to go see it tomorrow with Travis Faley of Rocket Sports and Entertainment here, right down the street at AMC 24 and Veterans. Just saying. And
make sure you stay for the post-credit scene too.
Post-credit scene, all right. And then F1. Did you see that with Brad Pitt?
No, a race car movie doesn't excite me.
Go see it. I'm telling you, I'm not a race car guy. I went to go see it with the media icon, Mr. TJ Reeves of the Buccaneer Radio Network. Fantastic. 2 hours and 35 minutes. Brad Pitt has still got it. He's still got the acting chops. Well done. Action throughout the whole process. Got to go see it.
Wasn't there a movie a long time ago with Sylvester Stallone, which was kind of the same thing?
Not good. That was not good. Compared to this, not even close. Not good.
They drive cars really fast,
really
fast, They can go around the round.
Really quick, L. Bushman, Godwin or Wirfs, if you get him back early, who do you want more? Do you want Wirfs back earlier, or do you want Godwin back? And then
Wirfs.
He wants Brandon Lau back.
No. Wirfs. Okay. I think we've got the depth on offense. Wide receiver wise, I think we'll be okay with Godwin for a little bit. So Wirfs, definitely Wirfs.
This was a very cathartic hour for me.
It was. All right. Evan L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind podcast.
Sorry guys, quick teaser. Next week I've got a new show coming out. So quick teaser.
All right. What show is that?
That's all I'm saying right now. It's all NFL show.
Love it. Hogan, thoughts? Quick.
A troubled icon.
Okay.
Troubled icon. I mean, look, I didn't idolize him. I was a fan when he was a wrestler. I think his personal life got in the way of a lot of things, and I think he just But I think it's sad. I mean, to die of a heart attack is really tragic and stuff like that. But I think he's a troubled icon with his past, his personal life. I think after the whole Bubba the Love Sponge thing, it kind of went downhill after that.
Yeah, it did go down.
He was talking about it, just to let you know, 3 weeks prior to his death, he was talking about that the man was sicker. He's the only one who was actually talking about it.
Give him credit. Yeah, give Bubba credit. He did nail it. All right, L. Bushman, appreciate the time here, man.
See you guys.
All right, let me go out to Harry here. You got to wrap this up. Give me some final thoughts here on the Sports Web, my friend.
Final thoughts are, I just want to apologize to everybody out there when I told you that the Rays were back. That's all I got to say, man. No, seriously, if you're going to gamble, keep your bets low and your returns high. Peter, thank you so much for having me on. I'm glad we can entertain and we can also be informative. But I'll probably see you this Wednesday, but guarantee I'll see you next Monday. Pete, have a good night.
All right, good stuff there, Harry the Greek. Appreciate you. We'll come back to the one shot here, and it's just me and you. And, of course, we'll start giving away some tickets. We're expecting Leo Haggerty. If we don't have him, we'll continue to take phone calls because the questions of the night for Rays fans out there are the Rays buyers or sellers. 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. The other question for the night, if you could get back one of these players early, which one would it be? Would it be Tristan Wirfs or Chris Godwin? Why or why not? 727-255-0391 at 727-255-0391. This edition of the Sports Web brought to you by Up the Block Barbershop. You don't have to go far. It's Up the Block Barbershop, whether it's a haircut, a beard trim, eyebrows, whatever you need, they got you covered. 4946 Moog Road in Holiday, Florida. Go see my favorite barber, Ricky. It's Up the Block Barbershop. And once again, tell him the Rolex reporter, Peter Blake, sent you. Let's go out to Instagram Live here. Musab says, just joined. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate that. Thoughts on David Walker injury would have made an impact this year. Definitely one of my big-time impacts for the year as it was announced to reset it. Walker, the rookie linebacker, is going to be out for the year with a torn ACL. What are your thoughts on that? Definitely thought he would have made some contributions to this team, especially in that rotation role there. So it would have been nice to have him, but now you don't have him. So guys like Jose Ramirez have got to step up, Anthony Nelson, Chris Braswell, who only had 1 sack. And that's the reason why in the first place, you draft a Walker, because you're not necessarily happy with that room in the first place. So those guys have got to step up, especially a Braswell, who only had 1 sack last year. You're expecting big things out of him being a second-round pick from Alabama. He's got to step up. Maybe he has that Nolan Smith turnaround where Smith for the Philadelphia Eagles has 1 sack, and then boom, right out of nowhere has 11 sacks for the Eagles. That would be huge. All right, we'll go back out to these comments as always, because we don't want to neglect our webheads as we wait for Alex and wait for Leo Haggerty to come on. I don't see him here, so we'll just continue to read. Godwin can sit, then Wirfs, no, he's the best left tackle in the game. 80% Wirfs is better than any backup. Agree with that. Lamar, again, let Godwin Jr. Yes, it is Godwin Jr., not Godwin. Godwin Jr., thank you very much for correcting me. Get 100%. We got a lot of great young talent on the team that can help back up until he's ready to get back on the field. Okay, we read that already. What is with the white beater Greek? He was wearing it tonight. Hopefully he had a better night than he had for a day. I know he was laughing. We were cutting up off here. Aloha Bushman, thank you very much. Now it is 3-2. Let's go ahead and give an update on that score right now. The Rays holding on to a 3-2 lead. Big time series versus the New York Yankees, as they are 53-53 and have been an awful, atrocious, whatever word you want to come up with, 6-15.
That's good enough to suck right there.
Even Tom Brady agrees 6-15 in July is not going to get it done. So a big time series versus the Yankees, at least win 2 out of 3, if not sweep them, because there's no Aaron Judge. So who knows, but take 2 out of 3. And we'll see what happens after that with this team either being a buyer or a seller. That's the question for the night. Jeremy says, hey, Shadow is here. Thank you very much for tuning in. Yeah. As always, Christopher Cole, are the Rays buyers or sellers? That's the question. What is it? Are they buyers or sellers? I continue to hold out hope. I know this team is up and down. They haven't played well lately. If they get to that point where they're under 500, then I definitely think they are sellers instead of buyers. And honestly, I want to just be 100 with you. Even if this team were in contention, I have no faith at all that Stu Sternberg or any of this administration would make any deal at all. Why? Because they've never done that in the past. So why should I think they should do anything different? Because this guy's leaving town? No, he's a cheapskate. He's always been a tightwad. He's the reincarnation of Hugh Culverhouse. Enough with that. They wouldn't make a move anyway. Sorry. I'll believe it when I see it. When they make a move, who knows? Maybe my hair will not be brown, or it'll be gray. It'll match my beard at this point. That's how long. If Stu Sternberg is still the owner of this team, that's how long it's going to take for this team to make a move. What's up with the Tampa Bay Rays? I mean, you tell me. They've been bad lately. Let's go out to Jeremy here. Greek is Chicago. He doesn't care about Tampa. He does care about Tampa. We talk about Tampa Bay sports, even though he's from Chicago. Dave Martinez is available, says Christopher Cole. You're absolutely right. After being fired by Washington, nice white beater shirt, Harold. Gabrielle says Paul Warren Jr., you're missing this. Thanks a lot for tuning in right there. Yeah. Roger Shue, the tribal troll. Acknowledge me. Says go Cubs go. Let's go out to Tom Banner. Baseball luxury tax might happen, but big bank takes little bank for now. And the classic verse of Ice Cube. Very good. That's a very good line like that. There you go. You got a little Ice Cube reference. So we had Major League reference there. We had another reference, which I forgot. And then from Bell Bushman with the movie reference, and now you've got a Ice Cube reference. Only on the Sports Web, the evolution of sports talk television. So good stuff there. Jim says, damn it, Jim.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter
He
with
says,
you?
go Reds. Elkie, you guys are cracking me up. Good. I'm glad you're entertained.
Yeah.
Mike D. Roche from Canada. Hey, guys. Hey to you, my friend. Keep on battling that C word right there. Mahalo, Peter and Greek. Not going anywhere. Sean from Tent World. Great job on the Tesla. We call her Sexy Red. Excellent job. Much cooler, especially with the ridiculous temperatures, 100 degrees. Get out to Tent World there. They will get your car taken care. Appreciate it as always. Fine work, guys. Thank you very much, you and Todd Sims out there. We would miss 78 more than 14. We are deep in receiver. 78 is the anchor of our O-line. So do you bring him back early? Do you want to bring him back early? Or Godwin? Let's go out to Elkie here. Let Godwin rest. Need him 100%. Lamar. I think our other linebackers are going to do a hell of a job even without Walker, but I wish Walker the best in his recovery. Let's go out to Jim. Go Buccaneers. Go Buccaneers. Go Buccaneers.
Go
Buccaneers. Go Buccaneers.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Go Bucs. Good stuff. Joe Sway. Damn, I like movies. Why can I not get invited from one creator to another? I don't know, man. I've been going out to movies here the last couple of weeks. We saw F1. That's a great movie. We saw Superman. That was okay. There was more time for the dog there. Superman was getting beat up. And going to see the Fantastic Four, which hopefully Marvel won't drop the ball, which they have kind of lately. Haven't seen Thunderbolts. I'm a movie guy. I watch superhero movies. I watch the old Batmans. DC's ruined it, obviously. So we'll see what they can do with going forward there. But good stuff, Joe Sway. Appreciate it, guys. Plenty of questions out there. We'll continue to read those comments when they come in. Now, one of the guys that maybe counted on as Yaya Diaby. We'll go out to this right here. Nice frame, Levante David jersey, brother. Absolutely. Zach Mitchell right there. Long time no see, brother. Where have you been? You're a Lightning fan right there. Love that guy. Definitely want to talk hockey with him. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Again, Facebook stars are open. YouTube super chats. Thanks a lot for tuning in. It is a nice framed, signed Levante David jersey. And by the way, Levante David most likely will be a future Hall of Famer. As we interviewed him on this show, we may get out to Christian Izian, who officially, according to Rick Stroud, has made this team. So we may get out to that interview later. We're waiting for Alex. Let me go out to Jim here especially. So let's go way back in the Wayback Machine for a minute. I got a question. Do you know if Doug Williams or Cardell Cadillac Williams related or not? They are not related, but thank you very much for the question.
Oh, yeah.
They are not related. Gilmore 2 was not good. 2 out of 5 out of 10. 2.5 being generous. It was okay. The references were there. It's not going to be Happy Gilmore 1. Happy Gilmore is a classic. That's the reason why you can't do, a sequel. They did have wrestler MJF in it. They had his sons. There were some references there. I understand that people died. So that's why I don't know if you can do it. Bob Barker's not there. I don't know. It wasn't that great. It wasn't that great. It was entertaining, but it wasn't that great. It wasn't. It was kind of what I thought it was going to be. Like, it's going to be, references here. It's not going to be Happy Gilmore 1. It's the same thing with Dumb and Dumber. The first one, you wait 20, 25 years to make the sequel. It's usually not good. It's not. Sorry. But it's on Netflix. So if you want to watch it, you go out there and watch it. If you want to have a good time, if you like Adam Sandler and his movies and all his references from the past, go ahead and go for it. All right, let's get out to this in care of our friends at Bucs Nation. This is from Todd Bowles today, talking about Yaya Diaby, of course, putting in the work. The 26-year-old had a stellar rookie year, recording 7.5 sacks 2 seasons ago. There was a drop statistically in production, only 4.5 last season. So that's got to come up. We talk about it. It's not just getting Hassan Reddick, but when you get Hassan Reddick, if you double team on him, that'll open up the opportunities for Yaya Diaby. And of course, it will open up the opportunities for our guy, Kalijah Cansey. Let's go out to this guy.
Damn it, Jim. What the hell's the matter with you?
Jim from Ohio, who was bragging his you-know-what off this weekend because his Cincinnati Reds destroyed my Tampa Bay Rays. Go ahead, my friend. You have the floor.
Them old Rays couldn't get one game, huh?
Couldn't get one game, my friend. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Yes.
Oh, they got to do better than that. But
they do.
Let me see. You was talking about movies, so you didn't like Happy Gilmore. It reminded me of the first one.
I liked Happy Gilmore 1. I didn't like Happy. It was okay. I won't kill it. It wasn't. It was just. Some of it was weird to me. Some of it was just some of it was far-fetched. The first one was far-fetched, but it was more believable, I guess, with the first one than the second one. Just my opinion. It was all right. That's what I'm saying. It was all right.
I mean, it's Adam Sandler. He always doing too much. So.
Well, you did Grown Ups 1, Grown Ups 2. I thought Grown Ups 2 was better than Grown Ups 1. Just my opinion.
Right.
You know?
Adam Sandler, he be doing it. I mean, he got his way to act, you know.
Right, exactly. He's got his movies. It was old Adam Sandler, but I mean, he's up there in age at this point. So do some of the jokes still stick? There was all kinds of cameos. You had Travis Kelce in it, Bad Bunny. You had Becky Lynch, MJF. I mean, plenty of wrestlers in it. It was funny. Made me laugh. You had Ben Stiller.
Was in it.
Yeah, rapper Eminem was in it. Yeah, I mean, for a short time, I thought there was going to be a little bit more of him, but there wasn't. So that was kind of disappointing. But
yeah, he was referencing back to the first movie.
To his father.
Going back and forth.
Yeah. And then Shooter McGavin, of course, being I think the star of the show at this point.
Yeah, that big guy, he's a comedian.
Well, not
playing his son.
Well, right, not to give it away, but there's parts in that movie where, a lot of people will say, Shooter's kind of like the good guy now.
Oh yeah, McGavin.
So yeah,
they kind of changed him up.
Yeah, they did, which is okay. So as far as everything else, I mean, it was okay. Was it the greatest movie of all time? Did I expect it to be the greatest movie of all time? No, it was better than Dumb and Dumber 2. Okay, let's put that out there.
Oh, yeah,
okay, I think anything was better than Dumb and Dumber 2 25 years later. All right, Dumb and Dumber, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave the sequels alone. If there has to be an expiration date when you make a movie. If you make a funny movie in 94, it's not going to be funny in 2018 or 2017. Hell, it's not going to be funny in 2025 because nobody can take a joke anymore. Everybody's offended by everything. So how can you make jokes in this day and age? So I think you got to leave it alone.
Speaking of sequels,
Speaking
of sequels, did you watch that Jurassic Park?
I did not. Not a Jurassic Park guy. I'm really not.
You can skip that.
Skip that too. It's not good. It's garbage.
Yeah, you gonna skip that one. It's high trash.
Did you go see F1 yet?
I haven't seen it.
You got to go see it.
I haven't seen it yet.
I'm like the spokesman here for
stories about it.
It is. It's a great movie, man. Go see it. I like the character and Brad Pitt there. Good stuff.
Yeah, I like racing movies too. So
right, and I'm not a racing fan. I mean, I watched Talladega Nights. That was funny. Your Days of Thunder. That was funny.
Did you watch Ford versus Ferrari?
I watched that. That was good. That was not bad. That was a good movie too. Yeah, that was good. So I was open to it. It was good. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into that FS1.
All right.
What is it called? F1.
F1. You can watch Superman 2, but I didn't watch. I
watched Superman.
It was okay. You didn't like it? I thought the dog got more playing time at this point.
Yeah, we already talked about it. It was just Superman just getting butt whooped too much.
Right. So
can we get one scene where
is he Superman or is he mediocre man? I mean, what is he?
Is he baby Superman? What we doing here?
I have no idea. No idea at this point. I don't know what James Gunn is doing. I guess you're trying to make the superheroes weaker than they are. That doesn't follow the comics. Is that making people happy? I go to see a superhero movie so the guy can pound somebody's head off. Right.
Not get butt whipped through the movie and let's let the dog do something. Come on now.
I mean, that's like Alexander trying to save me from my show, which, a lot of people would probably be entertained by Alex coming to my aid most of the time, trying to save the show sometimes. It's not going to happen, but it's funny to see, I guess, if it were anybody else. And we got Leo Haggerty coming in here in just a little bit as we talk about the Bucs. But go ahead, Jim, finish up.
Man, that's it. I was just checking in on the movies. Worry about them Rays, man. They got to do better than them.
Yeah, well,
are they gonna make it to the postseason?
We'll see, man. You know me. I'm the eternal optimist when it comes to Tampa Bay sports. And right now, end of the 7th, they are leading the New York Yankees 3-2. So the Rays are up. We'll keep you up to date on this situation. Jim, appreciate it as always. Use that second call, my friend. All right, he's going to gloat because he's from Ohio. And, of course, he's a Cincinnati Reds fan. He was sending me highlights, and I said, no, thank you. The newest Jurassic Park wasn't great. Lamar says, I agree with you. It's done in the old days, leaving in the past, just like Goonies. Just do yeah, I mean, they're going to redo Goonies. I mean, everybody wants to see Goonies. Do you really want to see that? Does anybody want to see Goonies again? Goonies 2, can they make it good? Is it going to be good, or is it going to be a retread? Is it going to be, on the same jokes? The kids are older now. I mean, how do you do that? I don't know. All right. Alex, are we going to give away tickets right now? I'll tell you what. Let's wait for Leo. Let's do our segment with Leo, and then we'll give the tickets away.
Wait. What was that last guy talking about, though? About Alex I ain't trying to save the show.
No, I said Alex, my dog.
Get out of here.
Alexander.
Oh, that's your dog's name?
Yes, it's Alexander, you freak. That was not you.
Alexander's a great name because that's my real name.
That's my dog. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, guys, everybody on the sports web, let me say something real quick before Leo gets on.
Yes.
Everyone loves Leo. He's a part of the family.
He is.
I love Leo. He's one of the best.
We love him.
I'm about to give out another 2 tickets. I already gave out 4 Bucs tickets tonight on my personal page for the Rays for the Bucs and the Titans. I said Rays.
Yes.
So I'm going to sling out another 2 tickets on the sports web tonight. And you know what? I'm probably just going to sling out 2 tickets every single show. So make sure you guys like and subscribe to the sports web. We're doing great things for the sports web and the community. So that's the reason why we do this, is for the community. So,
all right.
Hey, so Peter, just give me a call when you're ready. And how about we sling out a pair of Bucs tickets for the Titans here tonight?
We'll do that. Let's do that after the Leo segment. Okay.
All right. Sounds good, my friend.
All right. Good stuff there. So let's get out to him right now.
Book him, Dano.
Book him, Dano, right there. The legend who was out at Bucs training camp. Leo Haggerty, the legend himself. You look like you got what's going on there, man? What are you coming from here? Welcome to the Sports Web.
Well, I'm watching a little bit of the Phillies White Sox. It's 4-2 Chicago. You said you were watching the Yankees and the Rays, so I didn't bother putting it on. But went out to USF today. Had a great time as usual, and it was good to be back. Peter, I'm sorry. It's good to be back at training camp with the Bucs and with USF. It's just it's that time of the year.
It is that time of the year, and it's about time you come out there. I want to go out to Instagram Live here. That bitch over there. That's not my name. That's her name. I believe this is Courtney Reno. She says, Peter and Harry, I'm here. I'm bringing the nonsense. Just kidding. Have a great show, Leo. So thank you very much for tuning in. Courtney Reno right there. I believe that's her on Instagram Live. We appreciate that. That name is funny as hell. With that being said, your initial analysis, if you will, of what you saw from the Bucs at training camp here on the Sports Web.
2 words, Peter. Stay healthy.
Right.
That's it. This is a really good football team if it can stay healthy. That's the key. The one thing that's bothering me right now about Bucs fans is this Super Bowl or bust talk. Setting yourself up for failure, folks, because there's only going to be one of the 16 teams come out of the NFC. And right now, the Bucs are one of the top. Well, I'll take that back. They're one of the second level 2 or 3. Detroit and Philadelphia are 1-2. Either way you want to go.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to that. We talked about the injury situation. Now we kind of posed this question out there for the fans. Who would you rather have back earlier? Would it be Tristan Wirfs? Because the depth isn't necessarily there. So if the Bucs clear him, of course, if he's on the list on August 30th, he's going to miss the first 4 games of the season. But let's just put it out there. or Chris Godwin because of the depth you have in the wide receiving room. I would like Tristan Wirfs back earlier. Here he disagreed. He would rather rest both players at this point. What do you say, Leo Haggerty?
Peter, what's the first rule? Closest to the ball. The tackle's closer than the wide receiver. Tristan Wirfs, you want him back ASAP. That's just a given. You know, if Barton went down, I don't care who the rest of them are, that's the guy you want back because closest to the ball. If Vita Vea went down, you'd want him back right away, closest to the ball.
Right.
That's how you work. You work from the ball out. And Tristan Wirfs, yeah, you'd want him back faster. Peter, I just don't think either one of them are going to be ready.
Okay.
Just that. And you know what? That there's no reason to rush this.
Right.
Now, if we're December, that's a whole different animal.
Yeah.
But it's September. You don't win Super Bowls in September, but you can lose them. And that's the key. Don't rush these guys back. If you go 1-3 and that one's Atlanta, great. You're still one up because games in the division are worth 2. You know, it's because what's the first tiebreaker, Peter?
Division.
And that's the key. You want to at least be 1-1. But if you're 0-2, it doesn't go any further. That's like last year. If the Bucs would have finished tied with Atlanta, Atlanta goes.
Right.
Whether they were good, bad, or indifferent because they beat the Bucs twice. That's the truth.
It's a good point.
You got to win games.
You definitely got to win games, and how you win games, you get guys happy, and that's what we started out with. Baker Mayfield, his contract being reworked by Jason Light, $30 million guaranteed. Jason Light has had nothing but great things to say about him, getting him signed to a long-term deal. I mean, what do you think first and foremost of this Buccaneer organization? Once again, stepping up for their own players, providing guaranteed money, $30 million for Baker Mayfield, well-deserved, and then getting a contract extension done. How important do you think it is to this organization to get that done sooner than later?
Peter, what was the number on that years-wise? I heard 3. What did you hear?
Well, it was he didn't have any guaranteed money, but he's still going to be a free agent next year.
I hope I'm wrong. I truly hope I'm wrong. He just doesn't stay healthy 3 years in a row. It's not his fault. I mean, I hate it when media people get on and go, well, the guy's injured. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
He's trying to get injured. It happens. It's football.
Yeah.
It's the way it is. And you know what? They say injury prone. No. There's a difference. Are you hurt or are you injured? Everybody plays hurt. When you're injured, you can't play.
Right.
I'm hoping that they sit down with Baker and say, hey, look, if it's the first quarter, it's the second quarter, you know, don't protect your body. Get so you can play the next play. And you know what? Cam Newton in the Super Bowl caught so much heat for not jumping on that fumble. You want to know why? 17, 18 games he's been told not to do that.
Right.
But see, he went for it and stopped. Wasn't because he was afraid. He's been trained. You don't jump on fumbles as a quarterback.
Sure.
And you know what? That was the game he needed to. So, but I'm hoping if Baker Mayfield is lining up in January, this team's in a playoff situation.
All right. And there's been some debate about Cam Newton and Jalen Hurts. Do you think Jalen Hurts is a much better quarterback than Cam Newton ever was? And is he ahead of Cam Newton because of winning that Super Bowl with Philadelphia? Or do you say because of the team surrounding Jalen Hurts, that's really not a fair comparison?
Oh, definitely not a fair comparison. Cam Newton was a physical specimen. If you'd ever look at the 10 biggest hits he took that weren't called penalties, if they'd have done it to Tom Brady, those people would have been put out of the league. The fact that was allowed to happen was a travesty. Cam Newton is behind Jalen Hurts. Why? All Jalen Hurts has to do is show that finger. You know, whether we like it or not,
Right.
That's how we judge quarterbacks, by rings.
By rings.
I mean, is Eli Manning a Hall of Famer? Yeah, because he's got 2 rings. Other than that, no. I mean, but he beat Tom Brady twice. Not once, twice.
Yeah.
That's got to count for something.
We got some sad news that just came in to the sports room, and it definitely, I would definitely feel sorry about this. Not only losing Hogan, Ozzy Osbourne, Malcolm Jamal Warner. Last week, it begins with Ryan Sandberg, Rhino himself, growing up as a Cubs fan. He has passed away from cancer at 65 years old. The best memory of Ryan Sandberg, because I remember watching him on WGN in the late 80s and early 90s, and that guy could hit, that guy could play defense, and that's the reason why he's a Hall of Famer. Your thoughts on Sandberg passing away?
You know where he started, Peter?
The Philadelphia Phillies. He was traded in this is how good I am now. He was traded in 1983, came over to the Chicago Cubs in 1984. They were up 2 games over the Padres and blow it against Tony Gwynn, and I believe it was Joe Carter at the time with the Padres. But he was a big part of it, and I believe he was traded for Jim Fregosi.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. I'll give you another Cub that started with the Phillies.
Sure.
Fergie Jenkins.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Absolutely. So,
Peter, wasn't that the foul ball that the fan caught that series?
Yeah, right. Yes, I think so. Yeah. Moises. Yes.
Waldman, I think. And the worst thing is, he was getting just vilified. I don't think Alou would have caught it.
Yeah, Moises wouldn't have caught it. No, I don't think so either. But you go back to that situation and he's vilified, right? Steve Bartman for that, but really it's Gonzalez not making the play. Former Rays shortstop.
Peter, you are so spot on with that one. Gonzalez then blows the double play ball.
Correct.
Come on.
Yes. And they got another game, by the way. They did that in game 6. I mean, I get it. Cubs, you have another game 7. You face the Marlins team there. Pretty good. Josh Beckett pitching lights out. Miguel Cabrera, Jeff Conine. Don't remind me the stinking Florida Marlins like the stinking Florida Panthers were on with a guy who doesn't stink. He's the best in the business. Mr. Leo Haggerty, how do you like that transition? I'm your host, Peter Blake.
Well, that's not a segue there, Peter. I like that.
Thank you very much, sir. All right. The other news that kind of stinks, if you will, for Bucs fans, David Walker being out with the torn ACL. Your thoughts on that situation?
Torn ACL tells you he's out the season or longer.
Yeah.
Or longer. That's the scary part.
Right.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, you have got to have the injury god of football smile on you. And again, the 2 Super Bowls the Bucs won. The first one, they had 1 starter out of their 22 who started the season, and that was Anthony McFarland, broken arm.
Yeah.
Thank God he won a ring up in Indianapolis. The second one, how about Vita Vea coming back from a broken leg and making it in? And again, you've got to be – the injury god has to smile on you. Because when you look at some of these teams, they're looking great. I mean, who thought Atlanta was going to implode? Who thought the Saints were going to implode after the first 2, 3, 4 weeks, what they were doing? And all of a sudden, the Saints lose their center and guard. Same game.
Yeah.
I mean, 1 offensive, now you lost 2.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
It was crazy. You're exactly right. One of the guys they could be looking at and leaning on as we were getting into this has been talked about a lot by Todd Bowles is Yaya Diaby, 7.5 sacks 2 seasons ago as a rookie. Then, once again, the sophomore, whatever it was, injuries, whatever, catching up on tendencies, only 4.5 sacks. And this is what Todd Bowles had to say about Diaby. He's been professional dating back to the spring. Everything he's done has been with intention. I like the way he's getting off the ball right now. He's really using his hands a lot more and a lot better. If he keeps that up, he should have a hell of a year. Explain what Todd Bowles is kind of talking about, being professional, using his hands more. Can you kind of decipher what Todd Bowles is talking about here with Yaya Diaby?
Peter, I like the way you use the word decipher.
Thank you. It's a Leo word.
Because you've got to separate the coach speak and understand when a media member asks, well, what do you think of this guy? He's not going to say, oh, he's terrible. We don't even know why we got. They're going to say good things.
Right.
But you got to look inside what they're saying. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it cliche, man? If it's cliche, man, then okay, you got to work. What's good about what he's talking about, Yaya, he's professional. He's working on his game. That's telling me that the guy's doing something. And again, you got to separate what the coach is saying from coach speak and what's inside what he's saying. And again, the hardest thing, I couldn't understand. I'm watching the Cleveland Browns press conference, and they got Shedeur Sanders at the mic. The daggone fourth-team quarterback. Why is he even at the mic? If the media asks, no, you're not getting him. If I'm, Flacco or Pickett or Gabriel, I'm going, what's going on here? This guy's a fourth-teamer.
Right.
I can still remember when Jameis Winston got suspended.
Sure.
And he was third team, and they finally let him talk. And Roy Cummings and Ira Kaufman went to me and said, hey, you going to go interview Jameis? I said, I don't talk to third-team quarterbacks.
Wow.
Whether you like it or not, it's a third-team quarterback. Shedeur Sanders is the 14 quarterback unless they start moving him up the depth chart. Why is he even out there? The Cleveland Browns, well, what's the smartest thing the Cleveland Browns have done in the last 3 or 4 years? Nothing.
All right, let's go back out to Diaby. This has been mentioned by our friends there, Joe Bucs fan, killing it with Ira Kaufman, of course, Lee, Steve over there, great stuff, Rock Riley. They have mentioned that he also, Yaya, went to a SAC summit. Stand by, Roger. Call back. I want you to call back. I want to be under 2 hours tonight, but we'll take your call. But that SAC summit, how important is that? Go to a SAC summit like that, learn some moves, and it seems like Yaya has raved about what he's learned. And on top of it, you saw him with Simeon Rice, trying to get, that extra expertise, if you will. All right, I'm going to go out to Roger here. Roger, go ahead.
Breaking news, Peter Blake, Cubs Hall of Famer Ryan Sandberg, dead at 65.
I know. We already broke it. I thought you would be calling in for that. Yes, we broke that.
Damn.
Yep.
How many other people in the last week? I can't deal with this anymore.
It's been tough, my friend. It's been a tough week. Hang in there. I know you're a big-time Cubs fan. We're both big-time Cubs fans, so I'm sorry about that. All right, man. Hang in there.
All right, great show, bro.
Thank you, Travel Troll. All right, so getting back to it, a summit like that, Leo Haggerty, what kind of expertise, what kind of knowledge do you think Bobby can get from that?
Well, you know what, Peter? When you look at an edge rusher, when you look at a defensive lineman,
sure,
there are 4 moves they can have. They can have a swim, they can have a rip, they can have a bull rush, and they can have a spin.
Yep.
Coming out of college, 90 to 99% of these edge rushers are speed rushers.
Yeah.
They're just running by tackles. Guess what? Braswell found this out last year. You ain't running by an NFL tackle.
Right.
Not happening. You got to have some sort of moves. You got to have some sort of technique. And I'll tell you what, that when I was scouting, I can still remember Anthony McFarland coming out of LSU. He had the best rip technique I've ever seen.
Right.
I mean, he would rip and just boom. He's riding that guard or center back. So, yeah, the fact that you got to extrapolate what this guy's athletic ability is to what he can be. You look at all these edge rushers, Peter. And we see it. They're speed rushers. They're just running by.
Yeah.
There's no technique. It's just all speed. Well, now they're learning technique, and that's the key. And I'm hoping Braswell, especially Braswell, comes into year 2 with some technique, with some skills, and uses them.
Good stuff. All right, another guy that we talked to on this show be Kalijah Cansey. This is what Graham Barton had to say about him. Cansey has been a stud. Obviously, you guys know Vita Vea very well. He's obviously a stud. I think Kalijah, just from last year to this year, has been very effective. It's been awesome to watch him grow. I think Hassan Reddick has been awesome. He's super twitchy and explosive off the edge. Yaya Diaby has continued to improve. Yaya looks great. All of our guys out there have improved, and they're working hard. We're getting after it out there, and we're just trying to make each other better. So Cansey, he's talked about leading the league in sacks, being by Vea. Is that the guy, besides Yaya Diaby and Hassan Reddick, because we've talked about those guys at nauseum, especially Reddick, Kalijah Cansey is the guy that you could see trying to pursue, that sack record for, having the most sacks in the league, because he's talked about it. Could you see Kalijah Cansey from the tape the last couple of years with him?
Peter, it's hard for an interior defensive lineman to lead the league in sacks.
Okay.
Because you got guys on either side of you. It's easier for an edge rusher because you got one way.
Yeah.
You're not going to have a guy outside of you. Even if they put a tight end out there, you're still going to be outside of him. You're not going to be in there and getting it from both sides.
Sure.
That's hard. I'll tell you what, Peter. Keep an eye on Logan Hall. Keep an eye there.
Okay.
That'll be interesting to see how that plays out, because the Bucs are starting to gather together a really nice core of 6, 7, 8 guys. You're going to need it. I got my book I got on the Philadelphia Eagles Super Bowl season.
Sure.
And it's basically a lot of the articles. They said in there when they played the Bucs, they were beat at halftime because the heat and humidity, they couldn't handle it. They said there's only so many IVs you can take. And we were taking 2 or 3 at halftime. We still had nothing left. And guess what? They're playing them the same week this year. So, when you look at what's going on with the weather, I'm so happy they're playing 2 away games right out of the gate. Because you do not want to play in Florida.
No.
The first 2 weeks in September. And then you're going to get the Jets. Then you're going to get the Eagles. And guess what? Mother Nature's on your side, because in New York and Philadelphia, you can't prepare for what they're going to get.
Right.
And it was funny because out of USF today, they asked, it said, we're going outside because we're getting ready. Can you imagine Boise State coming down here? Thursday night game. Boise State, Idaho. It's probably going to be like in the 60s and 70s. How do you prepare for an August game in Florida?
Love it.
Yeah, I mean that's
home field. That's home field advantage, my friend. Again, we're going to bring in the left-hander right now. Update: Rays up 4-2 over the Yankees. Leo Haggerty, we appreciate you as always, my friend. All right.
Always a good time, Peter. I will talk to you Wednesday. I'm out at USF tomorrow. The Bucs have a night practice. I got some doctor's appointments and some meetings I can't attend this week. Maybe Friday.
Okay.
But, hey, I can read like everybody else, right?
I'll be out there on Friday with the fam.
Perfect. Take care, buddy.
All right. Good stuff there, Leo Haggerty. All right. Let's get out to Mr. Alex Nunster. We'll give away these tickets. As I said, I want to keep this under 2 hours. There's a reason, because I can do my reels here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. So let's get out to him right there. Let's see what's going on with Alex Nunster giving away these tickets for the preseason game, Bucs versus the Titans. So we'll see if we can get him on. And there you go. That's what happens. Oh man.
Hello. God bless.
What's going on, buddy? How you doing? We're back on the Sports Web. You want to give away these 2 tickets really quick because we want to keep it under 2 hours so we could do these reels. So how are we doing this, my friend?
I don't know how we're gonna do this. To be honest.
Well, let's give them away. Let's give away some tickets.
Man, I gotta see how we should do this, my friend.
So we don't know how to do this. Yes.
I think what we should do is maybe. I don't know how to do it right now.
Well, I tell you what I'm going to go ahead and do because the guy's been commenting. He's been sharing. I'm going to do this. I'm going to have
Let's pick Lamar.
Well, Lamar, we can't pick Lamar because Lamar's in Oregon. I love to pick Lamar. Let's pick somebody.
Lamar, you're a winner. Congratulations.
Yeah, we can't pick him. He's in Oregon. So we're going to go with the local guy here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to give one to Joe Sway. Even though he talked over Harry tonight, I'm going to give him a ticket. So contact Alex Nunster on Facebook. And then I'm going to give one to Mr. Sun Devil Dave right there.
No, we can't give the Sun Devil Dave. No.
Well, we're going to give it to him. We're going to give it to executive decision. We're going to give it to him because he comments all the time. And then yeah. That's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do here on the Sports.
I don't know. I choose the winner to be Harry the Greek.
No, Harry the Greek is not going to go.
All right, on the real. The winner is Eric. Congratulations, Eric.
No, man. We're going to do this. This is what we're going to do on the show here. We're going to do this right now. And then the next time, here's how we're going to do it. If you want to get these 2 free tickets, you're going to have to share all the posts you're going to share all the posts that I share on my Facebook page. And you're also going to have to share the post on Alex's page. And whomever does that for the next couple days here, we will definitely give you. Well, Mike, I can't give them to you because you're in Canada. I would love to give them to you, Mike. I would love to definitely give them to you. So we'll work on that. I know you'll take the tickets, but we're going to give them to Sun Devil Dave and we'll give them to Joe Sway.
I don't know about Sun Devil Dave, but
yes, I do know about
this way. Inbox me, but I don't know about Sun Devil Dave.
Sun Devil Dave is definitely a guy who is a Bucs fan, and we will give him the tickets because he comments all the time, and he's a part of the Sports Web there on YouTube. So I will get you his information, my friend. Trust me on this. And Wednesday, we will give another 2-set tickets to Bucs versus the Titans, and we will do like the number game or something like that. We'll do a little bit earlier. How about that? All right.
Alrighty.
He sounds thrilled. All right, good stuff, Alex. Appreciate the call as always. So there you go. The executive. I comment all the time. It's a joke, bro. Yes, I know it's a joke. We will get you some tickets eventually. But that's how it's going to work. Whoever comments the most, whoever shares the most, whoever likes the most, whoever gives Facebook stars the most, YouTube super chats the most, that's who is going to win the tickets here. Thanks to all the guests of the night, Mr. Harry the Greek, professional handicapper extraordinaire. Of course, thanks to L. Bushman of the Rays Rewind Podcast and Leo Haggerty of Amped Up Sports. And, of course, Alex Nunster. Bless your heart, my friend. You are blessing the community. We will bless the community more with Bucs preseason tickets, Bucs versus the Titans. We'll wrap it up right here. Like and subscribe to the Sports Web on YouTube. Friend me on Facebook at Peter H. Blake. And do 3 things. We'll keep it down for the roommates. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter. What time is it? It's my time. And for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay sports fan, it's your time. We'll see you next time on the evolution of Sports Talk Television. And as we always say here, go Bucs.